I'm Sonia, this is Jack, and this is my channel, Sonia Starcrossed, and today is October 1st, so I am going to be doing a wrap-up of the projects and things that I worked on in September. Mostly cross-stitch, but some other things. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about my plans, and also we'll talk about what I've worked on with cross-stitch. I also have been working on some surprise gifts that involve felt applique, and then what else did I work on? I was able to finish some projects, and then I ordered, Jack likes to push with his nose. I've been working on friendship bracelets to take with me to see Taylor Swift at the Eras Tour in November. And then I got some bobbins to start working on my bobbin lace. So that is kind of what I'm going to be showing. And then I also went to the library sale, or a library sale, and bought some needlework embroidery books that I will show at the end. So anyway, yes, so it's October 1st. September, I had hoped to work on cross stitch, which I did. I had hoped to work on diamond painting, which I did not get to. I had hoped to start working on bobbin lace, which I did not get to, but I got myself set up, and then I wanted to rearrange my craft room, which I did do. That probably took about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and it's still not entirely completed of September, so that took a huge amount of time. I got another bookshelf over here, and then so mostly what I did was, I'd say like before this, probably at least half or not more of my storage, of my craft storage, was dedicated to scrapbooking. And I just haven't, and I mean, I did a little bit of like paper card making, but mostly it was scrapbooking. And I haven't actually scrapbooked probably since my son was an infant, so it's been about 8 years. Yeah, so it's been a really long time. I would like to work on some scrapbooks, so I probably took out about 2 large tubs worth of scrapbooking supplies and papers, and really consolidated down to a very small section of papercraft and scrapbooking. And then I got some more space. I needed more space for books because I keep buying books. And yeah, so I think I still have a lot of piles looking around, but I'm also not totally finished rearranging. So maybe in the next few days I can kind of finish up, and then show how, or like do an updated craft room tour. And then another thing that I want to film is like a new, like I've watched a few videos of people where they showed their like stitchy spot, and one thing that made a huge difference to me in September, just like totally changed my crafting, was I got this light. So it is an LED magnifying desk lamp. This one, it doesn't really have a company, but I will put a link down below. I have purchased so many of these like swinging arms. I've bought so many lights in different configurations, magnifiers, lights without magnifiers, lights with magnifiers, and I'm telling you, none of them worked out. So I basically just have been wearing reading glasses, which my friends will call me Six Eyes or Spider, because I'll wear my normal glasses and then reading glasses because of the magnification underneath them. I've tried buying bifocals. Like, it's crazy how much I have tried to buy, and then I just had given up. But then I saw this and let me give it one more try. I bought this and it was life-changing. It has an 8 times magnification in addition to all the light settings, and I don't hold things like at the same all the time, like I'm constantly shifting and moving around, and so that was a lot of my problem with the Lowry stands and the other magnifying lamps. Also, the couch that I have in the craft room has humongous arms, so I can never get the Lowry stand over the arm. I could never get a lamp and the Lowry stand to reach far enough unless I was just like curled up in the side. So this, I now have 4 of these, and I might buy more of them. This is game changing. I can now stitch anywhere I want. I can watch TV and stitch. I can sit anywhere I want. Like, yeah, this made such a difference in my crafting this month. Okay, so let's jump straight into the cross stitching. I had hoped to get all of my Halloween and fall things finished to display in September, and that didn't happen. I am waiting on a couple frames that of course aren't going to come until tomorrow, and then I have a couple other frames I forgot to get my husband to open because I can't pop the inside out. So the only one that I actually did finish, which is this one, which is, I can't remember what the name of it is. I'll have to put it across the bottom, but it's the Terrarium from the Tiny Modernist. I can't remember if it's like Night Terrarium or something like that. I think it's Night Terrarium. And I made this. My daughter wanted it. I had kind of like shoved it into a picture frame and it kept falling out, so I finally like put it in there, and I kind of just like tacked down the edges. I didn't cut it because I don't know if she's going to want this long term, and you know, it's not the best frame for this because it just barely fits. So you know, once she loses interest, if she loses interest, I'll probably take it out and frame it in some other fashion. But yeah, I am hoping that next month, I'm hoping that I'm going to have a lot of things to show you that are finished or fully finished. So in frames and or pillows or ready for display. All right. Then I have 2 cross stitch items that I finished sewing, but they're not fully finished. All right, so the first one is the September mini, and that is from the 12 Monthly Minis book, designed by Lindsay White for Primrose Cottage. So the September one looks like this, and it is being stitched on 28 count linen. The color is Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim, and I think I used the called for colors. I think so. So yeah, that's really cute. I'm probably, unless I throw it in with the other things to finish, I'm probably going to do it as like a little pillow. And then if I don't get it finished, or if I have some plate display, like the little like triangles that you can display plates or frames on my shelves, and so I'll probably just put this on here like that, so it's kind of out for the fall. In case I don't get it fully finished into a pillow for display, I'll just have it like this for now. And then I've already pulled out all the strings and prepped everything and got the kit ready for the October mini, so I'll show that later. The other finish that I have is September's, let's see, where's September? So September's Morning Glory, and that is by Cottage Garden Samplings. It's part of the My Garden Journal, and this is being stitched on 18 count Aida. The color is Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. And so here I started it and I finished it in September. I did make a couple adjustments. The brown that the words are on, I actually bought what I thought was a more variegated brown, and it ended up not really showing the variation. So there's a couple different browns in there. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. So this is what the whole thing looks like right now. So I finished May and July and September. or May, August, and September. So now October will go right down here, and then they'll go across. All right, so both of those I started in September and finished in September, so they were really my focus. I was very proud that I got them done in time. All right, the other project I pulled out of the archive, and it's going back in the archive. So I started this last year and I worked on it. I didn't finish it, so I put it away for the year. I pulled it back out at the beginning of September. I did not finish it, so it will be going back into the archive and get pulled out next year. And that's really just because I spent a lot of time doing non-cross stitch this September, and I'm not usually a huge Halloween person. But this year I'm really excited about Halloween. I don't know, I'm just really into Halloween and spooky season, and so I want to be stitching Halloween stuff in October. So this is gonna get put in the archive. Maybe next year I'll get it finished. I still love it, but this is Seaside Tiny Town by Heart in Hand, and I'm stitching it on 18 count Opal Aida. The color is Raw Linen by Zweigart. And I am using the called for colors with some of the provided DMC conversions. So I still love Tiny Town. I really want to get it finished, but it's just not in the cards for this year. So hopefully next year. All right. And then for Sampler September, I pulled out 2 samplers that I already had started and was hoping to put in a lot of work on them. I did not do that very much, but I did get some stitches in, not very many, on Newcastle Bouquet. So this is where we're at now, and Newcastle Bouquet is by Teresa Kogut, and I changed all the reds to blue. And it is being stitched on a 40 count Opal linen. The color is Tiramisu by Under the Sea Fabrics. And this I did not pull out once I had my new light. I stitched this using my old light system. And I do think that that is part of the reason why I haven't gotten very far, because I have to squeeze into the corner of my couch using my old lighting system, and I just never did that. But now that I have my new system, I'm hoping that this one is going to get pulled out a lot more, although to be totally honest, it's probably not going to get pulled out until maybe January, maybe the spring. So I'm not going to put this away. So when I archive things, I put it back in the wrapper and I put it away. I'm probably going to leave this out and kitted, but I'm probably not going to work on it. All right, the other project that I had hoped to work on during Sampler September was the Modern Folk Embroidery Reaching Skyward, which was their stitch along for 2023. I did change the hoop and ribbons, although the ribbons are coming untied. So it's currently being stitched on 32 count Lugana. The color is Hecate by Under the Sea Fabrics. It's beautiful, and I was stitching it with Threadworks Hawaiian Hot Pink and Threadworks, I think it's Mediterranean Blue. And I've decided that I'm just not into the pink and blue. I'm a pink and I didn't even mean to do this, but I'm a pink and black girl. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a pink and black girl. My wedding colors were pink and black with a little bit of blue thrown in. Just pink and black is my favorite. I was trying to branch out and do pink and blue because I thought, you know, pink, blue, and purple is very cool, like fun color scheme. So I was trying to do that with this, but I think that I'm going to change the blue to black and move forward with that. So I'm not going to take out the blue until after I've stitched some of the black. But I never did get around to starting it. I did go to, I went to the Tinsmith's Wife with my friend Amy. She wanted to look at yarn and decided that I'm going to do Gloriana, I think India ink silks for the black. And I had originally picked up a couple skeins of it and then saw that she had a hank. So I have a hank of Gloriana India Black silks ready to go, and then I also have all of the pink Threadworks I also have all of the blue thread works. So, and then I think that I might pull in some either treasure braid, black glitter treasure braid, or black glitter glisten gloss. So it'd be like a thread of the Gloriana plus a thread of like a glittery like really fine thread, so it won't be like 2 full threads, it'll be like a thread and a quarter or something like that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I really should try it before I make, well, I've already purchased the black, but I mean, when am I not gonna use black silk at some other point if I change my mind? But I think that that is probably gonna have the same fate as Newcastle Bouquet. I don't foresee stitching on those projects until the spring. Next I'm going to talk about the other sampler that I had wanted, that I did start. Like I use start very loosely. I had intentions to really start on the Ink Circles Little Alien Schoolgirl sampler. Because the very top one is a sandworm, and so I wanted to watch Dune with my daughter and stitch the sandworm, and then we went and saw Beetlejuice or Beetlejuice 2, and so I wanted to put the Beetlejuice snake underneath the sandworm. So we did watch Dune, and I did start it, and I decided I did not like the sandworm as it was charted, and I didn't feel like trying to figure it out in the middle of the movie. And then like I think I want it to like go up and down more, and this looks like a caterpillar that's walking. So yeah, this has kind of just gotten put to the side. All right, the other one that I wanted to work on for Sampler September, and I actually was incredibly successful, is the Heartstring Samplery Scary Sampler. And so it has all different things throughout it. So there's like a Beetlejuice snake, there's a Death Star instead of the moon, there's Jurassic Park, I'm trying to look at the list here. Yeah, so it has the snake from Beetlejuice. Oh, it's a flock of pterosaurs flying instead of birds. The willow tree is from Harry Potter. So there's a whole list of different things that are in this. And so I actually have had a lot of fun, and I think that also is entirely due to, not entirely, but a lot due to that light making a huge difference. All right, so here is my Scary Sampler by Heartstring Samplery. It's being stitched on a 36 count linen, and the color is Brown Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. And I have made a lot of adjustments in this, so let me stand up and get closer. All right, so first off, this green here is steamed spinach, steamed broccoli, and it was supposed to be like a more gray green, and I wanted it to be warmer, so we changed that color. And then I can't tell, yeah, I think you can see here. So this is the original colors that were called for the, this is the, oh my gosh, I'm blanking right now. It's from Stranger Things. Oh, the Demigorgon. So the Demigorgon are the flowers, and these are the called for, which is nutmeg and cayenne. And I thought that I wanted it to be pinker or redder. I just didn't feel like this, to me, looked like the Demigorgon. So I got a different Heartstring Samplery pattern that had more pinks in it, and I'll show it during my purchases later. And I took 2 of the pinks in there so that, you know, somebody else could make the combination for me. And so this is now Merlot on the outside and Baked Apple on the inside, and I love it so much more. I love that color. And they also match with the rest of the colors used by Heartstring Samplery color schemes. So those were my adjustments so far, and yeah, I'm loving it. It's so much fun, and that's where I'm at. I'm going to keep working on this because, of course, October, this is Scary Sampler, so you'll see this one again. So this is also from Heartstring Samplery. This is the Festive Little Fobs, the Harvest Edition, and I started working on this little wreath down here, and I got that far. This is just Vintage Country Mocha. It's a 20 count Aida Vintage Country Mocha, and so I started it, and I just was working on other things. So I just didn't come back around to it. So yeah, those are all of the cross stitch things that I worked on. Excuse me. I'm just going to go ahead and finish up, I think, the cross stitch section, and then I'll talk about the other crafts that I've been working on. All right, so let me pull out my plans. So October's Marigold from Cottage Garden Samplings is going to be the priority. And then from the 12 monthly minis, the October one, it looks really simple. It's just a black and an orange. So that'll be like, I guess, the second priority. And then I'm pulling back out. I started it last year. So this is, where is it? Whimsy Witch's Angry House by Teresa Kogut. So this is where I'm at. I'm hoping to finish finish it this year. I'm also going to be pulling out for Dia de los Muertos, Memento Mori, my adjustment. It's not even on the hoop, so that's probably step one, is putting it on the hoop. But this is where I'm at. I'm not sure that I'm going to make it a priority to finish it, but it's just something that I'll work on. Of course, I will be busy on Dia de los Muertos because that's when I'm going to see Taylor Swift. I've got my Odd and Familiar, my mushroom, my toadstool, and the moth kitted up and ready to go. I'm hoping I'm going to work on those, but I'm not sure. I have a lot. I also have that Kindle bat that I started last year. I keep on calling it a Kindle bat because I got the book on my Kindle. The designer from Tuscan Cardinal, her first book, she just came out with the second book. The first book, I'll put it down below in the description. I might just save this one till next year, but I have it kitted and ready to go just in case I decide to work on it. I have so many things to work on in October and November, so I don't know. I also have my Autumn Pin Drum from Kathy Barrick, and that I started last year. I didn't get very far. I'm hoping to get a little bit further this year, but that is kitted up and ready to go. I also have my All Forest Embroidery Autumn Night alphabet that I've kind of Frankensteined into a different pattern. So this is where I'm at, starting. I'm hoping to get more on that. And then I also have my All Forest Embroidery Baba Yaga kit that I started last year, hoping to get a little further on that. And I think those are all the, yeah, so those are all the things that I've already started and I'm hoping to continue on. And then some purchases that I am thinking about kitting, but I know I have so much to work on already that I really have no reason to start 2 new things. But I did get this Blair the Witchy Kitty from the Stitch and Kitten. so cute. I might kit her. The only reason that I wouldn't, because it's small, but the only reason I wouldn't is because it needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It needs 16 threads, which means it's going to be a lot of switching around for such a small project. So I'm not sure. I might save that for next year. And then I have the Halloween Quaker from Primrose Cottage, which Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics is working on, and it's so cute. So I might just kit it in case I decide I want to work on it. Then I could. If not, I'll just save it for next year. I'm not sure. Those might get kitted. So I am going to see Taylor Swift. I'm going to Indianapolis night 1. It's November 1st. But I have a project that I want to work on as I'm getting ready for it, and then while I'm there in Indianapolis. And so I took some ideas that I saw other people doing and kind of adjusted it. So I wanted to find something that I could work on, like on the plane and then in the hotel and on the plane on the way home. So I don't want it to be really big, but I liked the idea that other people had done of like using the different colors from the Eras tour, from the albums that she sings at the Eras tour. All right, so I did join the sale. I'm gonna put the name here of the designer. She's on Etsy, but she also has a Facebook group. She has a Taylor Swift sale that's going on, but I'm gonna wait until after my show so that I can stitch her design, but with the colors of the outfits that Taylor wears for the concert that I see. So I'm not gonna be working on that ahead of time. So I was looking all over Etsy and shopping websites and just trying to find the perfect thing or something that I could adjust. And so finally I found this. I'm going to put it on the screen. And I really liked this, but I don't like anything about it. I just like the idea of it. So I was inspired by this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a lyric from Taylor's song. I'm going to, the quote's going to say, we've all got crowns, you need to calm down. And then I love the idea of the crowns around it, but I didn't like the crowns from that design. So I was looking for cuter crowns, and then I found this. So it's Crowns of the Kingdom by Rosewood Manor. And there are a ton of different crowns in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out, I think it's 8 off the top of my head. However, all the albums that she sings at her tour, I'm going to pick out that many crowns and then like arrange them around the quote. And then each crown will be a different color, like to represent the albums that she sings at the show. So it's going to be a lot of like Frankensteining each like crown and make sure they fit. So that's a project that I'm going to be working on. And then I'll start it at the end of October. But yeah, and then I have my Taylor Swift bag. So, and then I am going to save the rest of my cross-stitch purchases till the end. So, all right. The other thing that I have been working on, speaking of Taylor Swift, is I have been making my bracelets that people exchange. So this is what I have so far. I'm gonna stand up. So I just have like all these bracelets that I made. So like this one says Midnights in Midnights colors, Lover in Lover colors, and then I have some that just say like Indie Night 1, Eras Tour with Rainbow. This one says Folkmore. Half of it is folklore colors, half of it is Evermore. Yeah, so I have made, I think, 25 bracelets. Oh, this is my favorite. I don't think anybody's gonna get it. It's not my favorite, but it's one that I like. So it's Reputation. So it's got like red, black, and gold snake colors. And then I was like, this is like the profile of a snake. No one's gonna get it. It's the profile of a snake. So it's like a snake head and then like the gold eye and then like more of the snake head and then like the red tongue. It's, you know, very abstract. So these are the bracelets that are totally done. And then I have a bunch of halfway done bracelets. So these are ones that have the words and then like a couple of beads put on them, but most of them are just like, so this one says Fortnite. This one says down bad with a couple green beads in the middle. So I just need to go back and add all the decorative beads on either side of the words. And then I think there's another like 20 here. I'm hoping to get to 100 bracelets. But I've been having a lot of fun making those. And let's see. So that's taking up a big portion of my time. The other thing that I have had so much fun doing is felt applique. So felt applique. The one that I am making for myself is this. It's a baby garland, but it is a Lucilla kit. And so it has a raccoon, a snail, a fox, a hedgehog. I mean, it's so cute. And so I got this, and so I just have been keeping everything together in a little bag. Let's see. I think I've got 2. All right, so far I have a little snail on a tree stump. So I have the fox's body mostly put together, and then I have his tail ready to go. So I just need to sew the tail on the back. But yeah, so for anybody that's wondering, so this is how the kits come. So they come all together. And so this is a set of ornaments, snowflake, snowman ornaments. So they come with the instructions, and then the felt sheets are stamped with numbers and information about where to sew and where to put sequins. And then you get all the thread, you get the sequins, you get the needles. The only thing that you have to buy is the stuffing to make them puffy. And then so I just go through and I cut everything down and put it in Ziploc bags. So like these are all the pieces for the hedgehog. And then I still use like a thread bed for the threads. And then I just put the threads. So this one I put the threads on bobbins and put them on a ring. For the other ones I have them on the cards, which I think I like better. And then I just have a bunch of scissors. Of course they're pink, that I got at Daiso. I just got like 10 of them, and I put them in each of the bags. I have a chopstick for stuffing in the stuffing. And then I just went through, and each bag has a little Ziploc bag full of stuffing to work on. And so yeah, I just like have this bag in my little home purse, which I'll show later. And then whenever I want to work on it, it has everything in it that I need to work on this, and it's ready to go. And it also has a Ziploc bag for trash, for the felt cutoff pieces. Okay, so this is a surprise for my husband, my daughter, and my son. I'm trying to keep it a surprise. I'm pretty sure that none of them watch this, but I know that some of their family and friends do. So please don't tell them what I'm doing. And if you're them, you can just turn this video off now. Thanks. All right, so if you watch any of the instructions for these, people are like, don't only cut off the pieces that you need. But like I said, I'm trying to keep this a secret, and so I am working on it around them, but I'm trying not to let them see what it is when I'm working on it. So right now I'm keeping everything in this bag that says I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art, which is a Taylor Swift reference. But all right, so and then I keep each stocking is in its own bag, and then I have one bag that has all the sequins and extra needles, because since they're all Christmas, they all have the same colored sequins, like they're all red and green and blue and white sequins. So I just have a sequin bag here. And then, so I will show what we're doing here. Okay, so this one is for my son. So it's Santa with his bag full of toys. And this is where I'm at right now. So I would say I'm probably about halfway putting everything on the bag, and then the top on the stocking, the top of the stocking is sequined, and then there's sequins throughout the stocking that I don't have on yet. But I have cut all the pieces out, and then so everything for this stocking is already embroidered and sequined and cut out and ready to just get put on the stocking, which is the hardest part because, you know, cutting out these little pieces and putting sequins on a piece of white felt, like, they know I'm working on something, but like they don't pay that much attention to me. So that I usually can do around them, but sewing it on the whole stocking, I try not to do around them. And then I haven't put the teddy bear together. But otherwise, that stocking is ready to go, and we'll probably be done here pretty soon. So yeah, I think it's so cute. I'm having so much fun with these that, like, my stitching numbers are really suffering because anytime I can, I'm working on these. And I'm like carrying around little Ziploc bags full of felt to cut out all the time. At this point, everything's cut out, so I'm not doing that anymore. But let's see. So this one is my daughter's. And they're all Busilla. And then I'm going to change that. I'm hoping to change it to be like a black and white dog for Jack and a black and white, or a brown and white small dog to be Sally. So this is Krista's stocking. And I don't have anything sewn onto it yet. But I do have, let's see, where's my bags? So I'm just using tons and tons of Ziploc bags and little project bags and side project bags. So in this bag is all the dog stuff. So I haven't cut that out because I want to make adjustments. So that's to the side. And then I do have the tree all embroidered and sequined. So the tree, I can probably go ahead and put that on the stocking, and then everything else, all the shapes are cut out, and I just go through and I just use a Sharpie to write the number, because they're numbered so that, like, for example here, you can see what numbers go where. So I just write with Sharpie on the back, and even on the white ones, the Sharpie doesn't come through, so I haven't had any problems. So these just need to be sequined. So yeah, for Krista's, they're all cut out. They're ready to be sequined and embroidered and then get put on. So really, I guess this month I got everything kind of like set up and ready to go. And then next month we'll really have to, I don't know. So this is for my husband. I'm gonna see if I can kind of like personalize it. So like that one's him and this one is me, and then like our two kids. So his, everything is cut out. Nothing has been embroidered or sequined. And then mine, I had originally purchased a really cute woodland themed stocking that I was really excited about. I'll put the picture. And then I guess I didn't notice that it wasn't a Busilla, and so when I opened it, they want you to cut the pattern, like the patterns are on the paper instead of stamped on the felt, and so you have to cut everything out of the paper and then trace it onto the felt and then cut the felt out. And I was just like, I don't have time for that, so I just ordered myself a new stocking. And so now this one is going to be my stocking. It doesn't super match theirs in terms of like having Santa and stuff, but I'm not like a huge Santa fan. Like, I don't love a bunch of Santas. You're not gonna catch me stitching a bunch of Santas. I'm not really into Santa. But you know, my kids and my husband are, so that's why theirs have Santas all over it. So most of my stuff is cut out. Mine is the furthest behind. I'd like to have their stockings ready to give to them when we start decorating for Christmas after Thanksgiving. So technically I still have 2 months. And then mine, I figure I could do mine in December so long as it's ready for Santa on Christmas Eve. But yeah, so I've put a lot of time into those and working on everything. Again, I'm having so much fun. My sisters are now getting into it as well, and they've ordered some kits for themselves. And I just told my sister, like, I mean, for me, these are not heirloom pieces. So my daughter asked me if I was going to like cross stitch them stockings, and I'm not. Like, I see people cross stitching stockings and like, I'm not gonna put that much effort into a stocking. Sorry, but I'm just not. But these I think are really cute. They're not gonna be heirloom pieces. I don't think that they're gonna like pass them down to their kids, but I think that they're gonna like them and they're gonna enjoy them for a couple years. And there are so many cute stockings out there that, you know, maybe in a couple of years they could pick out their own next time, and I would stitch that for them and sell like maybe every 3 or 4 years, like make them a new one. But for now, they're not perfect. They're not great. Like, you can see the threads on some of them. My outline embroidery is not great and never has been, even when I was just doing embroidery. But I think they're really cute, and I'm having a lot of fun, and I think they're gonna enjoy them. So that's the other thing that I've been spending a lot of time doing this month. And then the last thing that I have is, so I wanted to get started with bobbin lace. I did not get to starting that this month, but I did on eBay found a woman in England, I think. They were selling all of her secondhand bobbins. I didn't realize that they were already all like beaded on the ends. So they don't all match. Some of them are different. I think the beads that match, like those bobbins, match each other. But yeah, so I just have like this huge cup full of beaded bobbins ready to go. Some of them even, they must be from retreats, because they say like, I love bobbin lace making, and they'll have like a date. This one says Sue. So like, I don't know if maybe people trade the bobbins with each other or something like that. Like this one says, I'm a fan of lace making. It looks like somebody like wood, used a wood burning tool on it. So I have these. I have a book that just came today, Bobbin Lace for Beginners. I don't know if I'm gonna get started on this in October, just because, as you saw, I have so many things that I want to cross stitch in October. So this might wait until November or December. But yeah, excuse me. I did have some purchases, and I thought I would show those. I don't think I showed this last time. So I have this one. This is Books Are Magic by Counting Puddles. And I got this one to make for my daughter. It's Sweet Mossy Home by Quaternion Creations. Athena has always been my favorite goddess. So I got this one. It's Athena by Quaternion Creations. And I got this Madame Chantilly. It is Santa's Fox and Raccoon. And another Madame Chantilly Me and You tiered tray. And this is the Heartstring Samplery that I got to see how she matched other pinks and this is Ye Old Noel. So I might stitch some of those motifs at some point, but. And then I've decided I'm going to start looking for hot winter Christmas stuff, and so I saw this and decided I had to get it. This is Deck the Palms by Stitchy Prose. And then I got the next two Fabulous Houses. So Fabulous House 9, the floating house, which I think is so cute. And Fabulous House 10 is the fairy house. These are both from Cottage Garden Samplings. And then I can't remember who I saw that that showed these, but if you go back in the archives of this channel, it used to be a planner channel, and I would just do this but with all my planners. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, it is like everything that I love. I didn't even realize that it came with planner stickers. So these are like planners, but they're like crafty. So it's Fairy Wool in the Wood Happy Hobby Month. So this is January, and January is cross stitch. So you get the pattern, and then you also get stickers for your planner, which I don't use a paper planner anymore, but that is so cute. So there's January, and then February is drawing. So she's a little artiste. And then March is cooking. So I think that what I'll probably do is just not include the date and maybe like repeat motifs or something like that. So April is reading. I love her. May is quilting. June is embroidering. July is crocheting. August is gardening. And then September is journaling. And I think that's as far as they've come out so far. So Leslie said she's got the rest of them. She'll order them as soon as they come out. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, the other things. So I got some books. So this is not thrifted. This is new. I haven't started reading it yet. But this is called The Subversive Stitch, Embroidery and the Making of the Feminine by Rosika Parker, Bloomsbury Press. So this came up, I think, when I was looking for bobbin lace tutorials, but it just has a lot of pictures. So this is what got me. So Rosika Parker's reevaluation of the reciprocal relationship between women and embroidery brought stitchery out from the private world of female domesticity into the public eye, creating a major breakthrough in art history and criticism and fostering emergence of today's dynamic and expanding crafts movement. So this is up to date. So there's an introduction that brings it up to date because it's an older book with illustrations. Oh, this is the line. So beautifully illustrated, her book also discusses the contradictory nature of women's experience of embroidery, how it has inculcated female subservience while providing an immensely pleasurable source of creativity, forging links between women. Like, that sentence was when I hit buy. Like, that sounds so interesting to me, and you know, it's something I think about too. So I'm really excited to read this. I haven't started it yet. Okay, so here I did a whole video of my like thrifted and garage sale and secondhand purchased books and patterns. So if you're interested to see that, go and watch that video. But here's some that I purchased when I went shopping with my friend. Starting out with the least interesting, so this is Vanessa Ann's Holidays in Cross Stitch, 1994. There were a couple patterns in here that I just thought would be cute to have, but of course I didn't mark them, so I just got that. And then I got this one, which is a show of hands, Janet McCaffrey with Nancy Lindemeyer, and show of hands, and it just has some beautiful patterns and talks about them and like how people have their stitching set up. And this is published, let's see, there's no copyright. Oh, here it is, 1994. So also 1994. This one is all ripped up, so need some help. It is called Carolyn Ambuter's Needlepoint Celebrations. Designs, graphs, alphabets for births, weddings, achievements, and other special occasions. So all kinds of different patterns in here. Color. I thought that clock was really sweet. Ugh. But yeah, the cover needs some help. And the copyright on this one is 1976. All right, then I got this one, which I was really excited about. So this is Four-Way Bargello by Dorothy Kastner. And this is definitely from a library because it's got like the library binding on it. 1974, but it was a pink Bargello, so I had to get this one. All right, then I got this one, Wildflower Designs for Needlework by Aida Winter. And it's 1979 is the copyright, and so it has information about the flowers, and then a chart to stitch them. So I thought that was really neat. This one is called Sampler Stitchery by Jill Jarnow. A complete guide to creating over 20 charming sampler projects using needlepoint, embroidery, quilting, stenciling, and more. And you know, it was Sampler September, so I thought that I should buy it. And this is 1982. So it seems like the focus of this is more like making a sampler and like steps to framing it and things like that. And then this one is not stitching, but I got this at that same bookstore. Russia is another huge interest of mine. I have another whole Russia section of old books. So this is Russia in the Age of Enlightenment. And this is copyright 1986. It's not color, but lots of pictures and information. So it will go with my, oh no, there is a color picture here. One color picture. Two colored pictures. Anyway, so this will go with my older Russia books. And And that is it for today. Thank you for watching, and hopefully come 30 days from now, well, it'll be more than 30 because I'll probably have to wait until after I see Taylor. So maybe I'll do like a 3-week into October thing, and then yeah, we'll see. Anyway, you'll see me when you see me. And I think I have like 4 or 6 hours of video of me working on those felt applique stockings. So if you are into body doubling and want to just have me on in the background stitching while you work, look for that soon. And I hope you have a great October. Bye. Is this crooked? I can't tell. I'm sitting at an angle, so I think I'm straight, but since I'm at an angle, anyway, hopefully this doesn't annoy Lauren too much. Anyway,